Let's read this first story from timcast.com. Washington Post publishes home address of popular critic of left, libs of TikTok. Reporter Taylor Lorenz has previously claimed to suffer from PTSD from being doxxed in a similar way. Now, I want to show you a little bit here, and I got to explain a lot of the nuance. All right. They say an article by a technology reporter at the Washington Post provided the home address of the creator of the libs of TikTok Twitter account. In an article meant to expose the person behind the popular account, reporter Taylor Lorenz linked to a critical piece of information that disclosed the private home address of the person running libs of TikTok. After the ensuing backlash, the Post removed the link. Timcast confirmed that the address published is documented as the creator's private home address. Now, I will say we were all in the newsroom going over this, investigating details. Everybody kind of contributed to working on this story. And we did end up pulling public records, which confirmed the original story published by the Washington Post contained a link to two different links to two addresses. One address was the address of the creator of libs of TikTok. The other address was the address of family members. Now, here's the challenge. If I pull up the archive to prove they're lying about this, it will expose the name of the creator of libs of TikTok, which I don't want to do. But, well, I suppose we have no choice.
Well, it's kind of like showing cuties to talk about how bad cuties is.
No, look. The Washington Post published a lie. Should we show their lie and prove them lying?
I don't think we should show
well,
the address.
I think you can show...
No, not the address.
Oh, okay. No. You can show the... Oh, wait. Is it in the screenshot?
In the tweet from the Washington Post where they lie,
right?
They use the name of the creator of libs of TikTok. Right, and therein lies
a
the
tough
issue.
You can at least show the... I believe the screenshot of the original article, which shows the hyperlink.
It shows.
It still has the name there.
Still,
See, they put the name They put the name everywhere.
I think
this is on purpose, by the way.
I think
it's by design.
I think it's silly for us at this point to be like people can't find the name.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody
can look at my Twitter account right now, and Washington Post is tweeting.
I think we don't need to show it. People believe us. If you really don't believe us, go search for it yourself.
No, I think we're being ridiculous at this point to be like, oh, we're not going to say the name, even though literally it's all over Twitter everywhere. It's trending.
Well, even Steven Crowder mentioned it on his
the Eric Charamella of the right.
Crowder did say the name of the creator.
Yeah, he did.
Well, then we're gonna go with it.
Yeah, shouldn't be an issue.
So we have this from Christine Karate Kelly. Statement from Cameron Barr, re-reporting from Taylor Lorenz. They said, Taylor Lorenz is an accomplished and diligent journalist whose reporting methods comport entirely with the Washington Post's professional standards. Chaya Rychik, in her management of the libs of TikTok Twitter account and in media interviews, has had significant impact on public discourse, and her identity had become public knowledge on social media. We did not publish or link to any details about her personal life. Cameron Barr, senior managing editor of the Washington Post. Tim Pool can confirm that is a lie. I tweeted, this is the game they play. Effing evil people as evil as they come. There's the archive. There's your proof. Sorry to libs of TikTok for dealing with this, but WAPO needs to be exposed and proven to be liars. Here is the archive of the first version of their story. And I'm going to read it. It is archive.ph/capital B, lowercase e, capital V. I believe it's an L, lowercase L, and lowercase O. And they linked to right here. If I click that right now, it will show you the address of libs of TikTok. We pulled up public records. It was a paid public records search, a little bit deeper than you normally go, and confirmed this is documented as the private home residence of the creator of libs of TikTok. I apologize that we've come to this point. We had deep ethical conundrums and debates in the newsroom about whether or not we expose the Washington Post for having done this, because we're effectively amplifying their docs by doing so. But I said, anything that happens at this point is on the Washington Post. Anything bad that happens is on them. And we need to call it out, because if we say nothing, they are not held to account for having done it. That being said, it is possible. This is no longer the current address of the individual. There's other issues at play. But they also published another address, which is we believe, based on the reporting that we've done, is the family address of the individual. Now you're crossing the line. For what reason did they have to do that? Now, I reached out to Taylor Lorenz and said, we can confirm you published the private home address of the creator of libs of TikTok. Do you have a comment? To which she responded, I did not.
So she's saying she posted a link to it, and that's the hill they're going to die on. They're saying it's not the same.
That all she was, I did not.
No, because in the statement, it says link.
Right.
It says we did not link to. So in the statement from Taylor to you, she's saying I did not publish. In the statement from the Washington Post, which came out like 12 hours after the actual article itself went live, they claim they did not link after they themselves positively went into the archive, removed the link, which we can only now see in the archive version.
That's right. So they're lying about doing it. Taylor is lying about doing it. I suppose her only argument is that she doesn't believe it's the private home address. But I'm sorry. How would she know that? Did she actually? I asked her. I didn't just ask, why did you do this? I sent a comment, and because I gotta be honest, I'll give Taylor this respect. She responds. Every time there's been an issue, she's responded. She's actually corrected things before, so I can respect that. And I said, we're going to be publishing the story. I can confirm you published the private home address of the creator of Libs of TikTok. I asked 2 questions. Why was the link removed? And did you check the address in the link you posted before publishing it? And a response was, I did not publish the private home address, and then directed me to Washington Post PR. If that's the only thing she has to say, I can only respond with, that is an incorrect statement, outright falsifiable, because I'm not going to publish the documents that we have because it's a paid search. You can dig up public records that are not. I'll put it this way. It's publicly available, but it's through like a paid investigative service to get these records. Like you'd have to go and physically like ask and do some
like go to
digging.
the county or something.
We got them. We're not going to publish them, but I can say it's a statement of fact. Washington Post did publish the private home address of Libs of TikTok.
Is her contention, because this has to do with the fact that Libs, I guess, was a real estate salesperson, and that this was the registered address of her as a business entity working in real estate sales, and so Taylor's trying to hide behind that.
And even if that's the case, what is the good in publishing that? Why would you have any reason to do so in order to do an expose on somebody?
Well, it's at the very least.
I'm just trying to understand.
But let me. I want to make sure we get to the real nuance here, the real context. The link they published was a real estate license, which had the address of an LLC.
Right.
However, the address used by the LLC is actually a split building with multiple apartments and a storefront. On Google Maps, the storefront is a salon. So I said, okay, well, wait a minute. It is common for people to use their own address for their LLCs.
Yeah, all the time.
Regardless of whatever reason, I have no idea why there's other employees listed within the LLC at that address. We did the record search, and it is listed in public records as a private residence of this individual. So that's on the Washington Post. If they would like to explain that, feel free to. As it stands right now, we pulled public records. It's a private home address, and they published the address. Anyone else can do it, and anything that happens at this point is on the Washington Post for doing it.